Hey guys, it's RebeccaLynOberstadt. I have to go somewhere for a little bit, hence the hair in a braid, and it's a little crooked in the back, but that's okay. I have to run out for a little bit, but because I just got this cute little elf palette, which is Berry Bad, and my Ipsy bag finally came in because it's like the very end of March, and I have this Wander Beauty like highlighter that is not, it's not very glowy at all. So I figured I could do that for like the inner corner. I have on a lip combo. I'll show you what that is really quick. I have the Sigma liquid lipstick in Corderosa, and in the very center I have the Ofra liquid lipstick in Story, which is from the Samantha March collab. Her second collab with Ofra just released today, which has like 3 lip glosses, which I have. Millie right here. I can't do the texture of it because it's got glitter in it, but it has like an eyeshadow palette that also has like blushes and highlighters and stuff like that in it, and her bronzer. So I went ahead and picked that up because it's got purples in it. I really like purples and berry tones. So anyways, I figured I would use these together to see if it would match the eyeshadow palette. I also have a new brush from Ipsy. So I'm going to be testing this out. This is a first impression Chatty Get Ready with Me thing, and I'm going to just use this palette for a mirror, even though there's a shade in here that would work. I'm going to start off with this first, and you know what? I think I am actually going to go into this palette and use this to deepen the crease, because this shade here is really dark, so I might use this like on the outer edge, and then it's got 2 shimmers, and then I'll use the Wander one. This is a makeup of the day, or MOTD brush, called Lay Down Looks. So I'm gonna try and use this to apply the eyeshadow. So last week, a friend of mine asked if I would come visit, and I said absolutely. But because she had just gotten out of the hospital from having excruciatingly major surgery, oh, that shade's darker than I thought it would be. I wanted to make sure, for not only my peace of mind, but to know that she was safe. I went ahead and had the COVID antibody test, where they do a finger prick, and they make sure that, you know, they test you for a couple of different types of the virus to make sure that you haven't been exposed to it. Plus it also checks to see if you've had not only exposure to it, but if you have an active form of it. So I had that done because I was worried, because my dad goes like all over Florida, and I was worried that maybe I could have like picked something up from him. And thankfully that was not the case. So I'm going into the Amethyst palette now for that other shade. Oh yeah, that's a little bit more pinky too. So I was worried that I might, you know, have gotten it at some point. But I have allergies really bad, so I didn't know if it was allergies or if maybe I had been exposed to it and just had a mild case. Thankfully, I came back completely negative for both forms of the virus that they tested me for. So I have not been exposed to it. You know, double masking, using bleach wipes and alcohol and everything else that I do to stay safe, and, you know, staying the fuck at home, you know, has its benefits. So there's that. And so I was safe to go see my friend Denise, and I went and spent multiple hours at her house. I'm going into that really dark shade in here now. So, she literally just had her entire like chest region cracked open to remove some things in her chest cavity, and she's my father's age, so it was major surgery, and I was worried about her. So I went to go up when she said it was okay to visit her. Plus I got her a couple of things that she could, you know, work on while she's recovering, kind of like busy work, something I figured she might like. And it'll end up being really pretty when she finally gets around to doing them, and I can't wait to see what she does. I'm going in very lightly with this on the outer edge and then about halfway in. So I got to catch up with her last week, but then I spent like Thursday and Friday recovering. I did wear makeup that day. I had this palette on. I have used this palette so many times, not on camera. It's not even funny. I haven't even done a first impressions video on it yet. So I've used it, I think most of the shades in it by now. What I'll probably end up doing, since I haven't had the ability to use it in like a first impression or anything, I will probably do a video discussing, you know, like what shades I've used, what looks I've done with it, how I feel about it, techniques to get things to work and whatnot. Because there's a couple of tricks that I have found with this palette. It's a little different than the Aurora palette that I have from them. And let's see. There are two shapes, this one here and this one here, that I haven't even used yet, but I've used everything else. So maybe I'll do a look with those two really dark shades and we'll see how that works. I'm going to be going into this like more purpley looking one. So I've used, like I said, most of the shades in that palette. Well, I know it picked up on the brush. It's like a nice sheer wash of color. Not exactly what I was expecting. There's like a light sheen. So finger it is. Oh yeah, that's better. I'll use the other one under my eye. You could probably use a brush that's wet. That brush I was using isn't technically meant for like metallic shades like this. It's a really pretty like berry color. Cleaning my finger off, and I'm gonna take this little Veramona shader brush into the other one and use that under my eyes. So I haven't had a whole lot going on. I have been like testing out some new video games. I've been recording a lot of gaming content because I haven't been filming a whole lot of like regular videos. And I had somebody ask me something today that really kind of got me thinking. Oh, it fell off my lap and landed face down, but it looks fine. I went to grab this off the counter and it went sliding right off my jeans. So this is that Wander highlighter. Because I'm gonna have my helmet on, I know I can't do a whole lot. Like the majority of my helmet will eat makeup because I've got a pad that sits here on my face, so there's no point in putting makeup there. Plus I'll have my masks on. I have 2 stops to make. Well, swatching it with my finger, it was very subtle, but using it with this brush, it seems to be a lot better than I expected. And I'm not really going to mess with a whole lot else because, again, my helmet will eat it. And I'm just going to use the old tried and true Maybelline mascara because it works. It's not like a whole lot of frills and whatnot for a mascara, but it'll work. So really the only thing that's been going on here is my ceiling fan in my room finally died. I mean, it was put in this house in the 70s, and the motor finally died on it Friday. I turned it on, or it was on when I went to bed, and when I woke up, it was off. So I tried to see if maybe like flipping the settings would work. That was a negative. And then I thought I had it turned off, and I went back in my room like an hour later, and I could smell the motor trying to work. So I had to like listen for it as I clicked the little chain to get it to flip off. And then, you know, of course I told my dad about it. It's his house. And he, of course, blamed me for breaking the fan. I went to bed, it was on. I woke up and it was off. How did I break your fan? So anyways, he was going to buy a replacement to put in my bedroom this weekend. And that didn't happen. Got lipstick on my tooth. So I'm like having a hard time sleeping right now because it's so hot in my room. I am literally not doing anything else to my face, but that's the look. I'm gonna brush my brows out really quick. And there's the look. I thought he was gonna go Saturday. He even had me look on like the Lowe's website to see what all was offered. I found 4 different ones that I liked the looks of, that had like better lighting options, because the lighting in my room is really poor. And one of them's even on sale till the end of the month, and maybe he'll pick it up on the way home today. I don't know. All I know is that all he wanted to do Sunday was cuss and yell and scream and act like a man on his period. And Saturday, he was like in and out. So he was like in the yard part of the day and in the house part of the day. And he was just, didn't really want to go anywhere. So I didn't say anything to him, didn't push him on it, because we discussed it Friday night. And I know if I continue to push and push or nag or bitch or whatever he wants to say, I'm saying, that he just won't do it. He's like a child that gets defiant and refuses to do it. So I'm like, okay. So anyways, that's what's been going on with me. Today's makeup look, I mean, you could throw liner or whatever on. I'm gonna run to the vape store and Lowe's to look for those like cages you put around tomatoes so that they grow up and don't go, yeah. Because my old tomato bushes right now are all like falling over, and they're so heavy because they're like full of green tomatoes. And so I want to try and salvage them as best I can, even if I can put like a cage in the middle and kind of like tie them with twine to it, to try and give them some more support, because they're literally falling over. And then I've got some new ones that are coming up, so I want to be able to put a couple of cages out there for them. But I'll be on the motorcycle, so I'm not planning on buying anything, but I need to go look and see what sizes they have. I know they're usually like in a cone. They're, you know, usually 2 to 3 feet long. I need to see what prices and stuff they are so I can look at affordability, because this coming Saturday, I go in for major dental surgery on a tooth back here. And then on the 7th, I go back and have surgery up here. And then I have to have 2 crowns put on. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. So I might film some more makeup content depending on allergies and whatnot between now and the 3rd, so that I have more makeup stuff. I do have videos scheduled until the 7th of April, so that I've got videos up until my last dental surgery. But I know I've got a few things on this camera to edit. I've got a real talk that I have to edit, and there's a couple of things that I might film that are quick and short. So anyways, that's what's going on. I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. Hopefully you guys have a good day or night wherever you are. By the way, the COVID test was $40. All of the versions of the test at the local facility was $40, whether you had a thing stuck in your nose or whatever, or the finger prick like I did. They're all $40 here. So they're not free, just like the shots here are not free. It's like $150 for the first shot. My dad is trying to get the Johnson & Johnson version because it's literally one shot. So, and because he has Medicare, he's saying that they can't charge him, so I don't know. All I know is that when I called, they said it was $150 for the shot, so we'll have to see. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic day or night, wherever you are. Bye.